What's up, metalheads, freaks, and geeks? Welcome to episode 5 of
Bent Metal Broadcast.
I'm your host, Metalhead Hippie, and she is.
Sandra, how are you?
What's up, people? How you doing? Welcome to Bent Metal Broadcast. Who do we got over there in the chat, Sandra?
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We have David Ennis, BC Rich 581, hello. Quentin James, of course, Rick Hefner, Dwight Bailey's here with us. Hi, Dwight. And that is it.
How you guys doing, man?
Gary's backstage waiting. He'll pop in a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's back there making faces at us. What's going on, guys? And we kind of got like a double treat for you. We'll see if we can pull this off. And, if not, hey, we tried, man. But we got Fruitcake Tony. He wants to show you some of his stuff, but we'll get him on right after the news. We'll get him on right after the news. I know, dipshit. What are you doing, man?
No, I like that.
How you like that? News?
Yeah.
And here's the news. Oh, wow. Hope you're all doing well. Hey, Rick Hefner and Dwight. Tom
Visual
Harhart.
guy, hello. Tom Harhart.
Hey, visual guy. Where's he at, man?
He's in there. He says,
Hey,
yo.
Dude, we're going to get you to 1,000 subs tonight, bro. We're going to do our best. We're going to really do our best. Okay. What else we got in here?
Tom.
Quentin James, what the hell is he doing here? Who gave him a wrench, man? What the fuck?
How's everybody doing? Everybody feeling good? Everybody doing all right? Everybody buckled in? Got the popcorn?
Yeah.
Adult beverage, perhaps?
Quentin saying hi. So what's been going on with your week, Sandra? Any events? Oh, we watched your kid last night, right?
Yeah, that was exciting. Guys, tune in to the pre-show Bent Metal last night. We showcased my son's band. It was exciting. It was very cool. We did that. Yeah. Thank you for doing that.
Tell them where you can. Tell them where they can see your son's band at.
When they play, and he usually announces it on Facebook. You can follow him on Facebook, Fidget Jojo. Westport Saloon on YouTube. And his band is Taylor Smith Trio.
And where's that out? Kansas City, Missouri, something like that, right?
Yeah, Kansas City, Kansas, I think.
I thought it said Missouri on the thing. Not the good look. Could be wrong. But so who do we got in the house down here? We got Big G. We got Fruitcake Tony. Some old decrepit son of a bitch wearing
Quentin F. and James will be here in a little bit.
Yeah, Quentin F. and James.
Got a full boat. A full boat.
Sweet. So you ready to read your news, girl?
Yeah.
There's 17 people in here already. That's not bad. I think that's enough to start.
How many thumbs up do we have? Thumbs up.
I don't know.
8. Come on, people.
Come on, if you want Sandra to read you the news and catch up on the rock and metal scene, what's going on, you got to give us some thumbs up here, man. Smash that like button, guys. Don't be afraid, man. Let me see it go up.
Just click on the link. Just mosey on over. Yeah, and just gently caress that that like button.
We're up to 10 and down to 1. Who's the smart ass that hit the down button?
I have no idea. I'm not really worried about it.
Okay, we got 16. Oh, there we go. Yeah, somebody's playing a trick on us. Okay, we got 19. We got 16. We got 19 in here. 16, 19 people watching. Come on.
All right, I'm ready.
You ready?
Sure.
All right. Here she is, guys. Sandra Pokorney with your rock and metal news. Take it away. Where are you
I
going?
thought you were gonna put me in a big just a square by myself.
Do you want to be by yourself?
Well, you did that last week, so I was expecting it this week.
I'm gonna get all loaded.
Anyways,
Go
this
ahead.
is your bent metal news for this week. Here we go. And remember, I don't make the news, someone else does. Iron Maiden drummer Nico McBrain came out about one step short of telling Backstage Access that the band is working on a new album. When asked by the site in a new interview if Iron Maiden is working on a new album, that's all I've got to say is he said, watch the space ironmaiden.com. So check that site often. However, interviewer David Gressinger then asked McBrain if something is coming soon, to which McBrain responded, I didn't say something soon. I didn't say possibly. I said, watch this site. Don't be putting words into my mouth. End quote. This will be the new effort since Book of Souls in 2015 from anything from Iron Maiden. You may have seen it. Ozzy has made his first public appearance since he revealed on Good Morning America that he is currently fighting Parkinson's 2, a rare form of Parkinson's, and according to Sharon, is not a death sentence, but it does affect certain nerves in the body. He and his wife handed out Best Rap Song Performance at the Grammys, but the real news was what Ozzy said on the red carpet before the show. He said, quote, this last year has been hell for me. I've had surgery on my neck. I've announced to the world that I have Parkinson's. It's been one hell of a rock and roll year, end quote. His daughter Kelly added that his coming out and telling his truth has been a huge weight off his shoulders, and even physical therapists have said how far he's come in this last week has been insane. Next up, Disturbed. Anybody remember them?
Yep.
They took the world by storm with 2000 debut album The Sickness, or at least with the track Get Down with the Sickness. The album went on to sell over 5 million copies in the United States alone, and has sold over and has certifications in the United Kingdom, Australia, and Canada. Now that it's 20 years later, wow. Disturbed is celebrating the album with The Sickness 20th anniversary tour. They will not perform the album in full, but certain songs from that, in addition to their other works. And congrats to Tool, they won a Grammy. I don't know. What is chat? What do you think about that? I don't know how I feel about Tool winning a Grammy, but onward we go. My Chemical Romance reunion is still heating up as the Emo Legends just announced another series of European tour dates set later for this year. The band has added 4 dates to the itinerary as they've gradually teased upcoming announcements since making their return late last year. Ireland, Italy, Germany, and Russia are the latest destinations to be revealed. So far, the Emo Darlings have only played one show in North America. The group reportedly collected nearly 1.5 at that comeback show, which featured a 20-song set and 2 encores. Chris Cornell may have passed away in 2017, but the Soundgarden, Audioslave, and Temple of the Dog vocalist continues to be celebrated at the Grammys with a victory of Best Recording Package category. This win is for a self-titled posthumous career-spanning compilation that included artwork from Barry Ament, Jeff Ament, and Joe Spix. There's more. AC/DC closed out their Highway to Hell tour on January 27th, 1980, with a makeup date in Southampton, UK. Although no one knew it at the time, they were also playing their last show with Bon Scott on lead vocals. More sad news. Corrosion of Conformity drummer Reed Mullen has passed away at 53 years old. No cause of death has yet been revealed. Mullen drummed for COC between 1982 and 2001, and then again from 2010 until present day. Mullen was filled in by a series of live drummers in recent years. Corrosion of Conformity confirmed Mullen's passing on Twitter. Bent Metal Broadcast was stunned by this news and sent our sincerest condolences out to Reed's friends, fans, and family. On another note, just a few weeks shy of its 34th anniversary, Metallica have introduced a limited edition Master of Puppets figure set in collaboration with Japanese and toy company Rocker. These figures were created to resemble the Master of Puppets era lineup: James Hetfield, Kurt Hammett, Lars Ulrich, and Cliff Burton. And their instruments. The instruments are detachable, and the set comes in a blister box based on the iconic album, and the limited edition set weighs in at $97.95. And Vader promised a new album in 2020, and they're delivering. Vader has announced their new album Solitude and Madness for May 2020 and are streaming the new song Shock and Awe right now. Pre-orders are not available. We're not done. Dimmu Borgir will wrap up their European tour with Amorphous on February 2nd. According to guitarist Solander in an interview with Extreme Metal Festival News, Dimmu has played plenty of material left over from their 2018 Ionian, however you want to say that. He added, hopefully it won't take as long to release a new album this time, in reference to the 8-year gap between Ionian and 2010's Abrahadabra. Here's something horrifying, but not just the way I'm butchering these news. Just 2 weeks after Rancid frontman Tim Armstrong was reported to be involved in a new eponymous supergroup, photos of one of Rancid's biggest fans have emerged. No, it's not a 17-year-old with a mohawk, but rather world-renowned horror author Stephen King. Fans of Stephen King would already be well aware of his love of rock music, having strewn references to some of his favorite bands throughout his works over the years. The author took to his Facebook following the day to rave about the concert, which took place in his home state. In other news, Wes Wilson, whose posters for Bay Area concert venues in the mid to late 60s helped define the visual style of the psychedelic era, died on January 24th at his home at the age of 82. And you probably know some of his work from like Janis Joplin posters, Jimi Hendrix, Grateful Dead, that guy. Sad loss of talent. Meanwhile, Tommy Shaw and Styx were progressing well with writing a new album, though he didn't say if there was a prospective release date. The completed project will be their 17th studio LP, following 2017's The Mission, which came 14 years after the band's previous record, Cyclorama. And in other Bent news, Buffalo, New York, a ray of off-seasonal sunshine last week showed local goth Markness the Darkness Patel that his shirt was actually a deep blue rather than black, according to multiple sources. I quote, Mark wore it when he and I went to some grave rubbings, and when he got in the car, it struck me that I've never seen him wear an actual color, said longtime friend Garrett Dearly. He freaked out, made me turn around so he could go change. I've never seen him like that before. He's usually so glib and monotone, but he was straight up panicked. Patel was unsure how a navy blue shirt infiltrated his completely black wardrobe. He states, every time I wore it, I swore upon the Dark Lord Satan it's been black. Patel exclaimed, eyeliner pooling in the corner of his eyes. I just don't know what I did wrong. I feel like the entire world is laughing at me instead of me laughing at it. In the world of Disney, Onward, the new movie from Disney Pixar, will be released March 6th, and metalheads finally have some representation within the family-friendly franchise by way of a lovable older brother who is never without his beloved battle jacket. The character's name is Barley Lightfoot, which, seeing as that's one of the primary ingredients used in making beer, is perfectly befitting of his rocker aesthetic, which consists of spiked wristbands, a patch jacket with fictitious band names such as Smote, Hydra, and Hades, although Hades is actual band, Skull and Questmaster, and of course, they've all got some edgy metal looking logos. Breaking news, Keith Richards has quit smoking. Who would ever thought this would even ever be a thing? Holy shit, this is huge, according to loudwire.com. In addition to cutting off nicotine, Richard has also opened his decrease in alcohol consumption. I say good for you, Keith. Good for you, man. Watch for Lamb of God's new album. That wraps it up for me this week. Tune in again Saturday and watch me fuck up some more news. And hey, if you haven't checked out the band Scythian Fate, do that now. Subscribe to Fruitcake Tony and Quentin James channels. And please do so after the After Bent Overtime coming up directly after this live stream. Thanks to all. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Back to you, Bob.
Good job, Dick. Got some sad stuff in there, man. I remember a few of those people. It's good they're still honoring Chris Cornell, though. It really is. So we want to do a secondary roll call here.
Oh, on to weather. It is cold and going to snow in Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah. I think it's like 32 here today. Rainy and drizzly.
Thanks, Metal. Yeah, I should. I'm going to go check in the chat here and say hi to some people.
Yeah, do a quick roll call and then we'll bring in Big G here.
Okay, Thrash said now on to the weather. Metal Soda says cheers, Sandra. Cheers, Sandra. Also, rest in peace, Reed Mullen. Yeah, that's just Quentin's got pants. Thrash Metal said so edgy it does its own edging. I planted emo grass, it cuts itself. First time I heard of Disturbed, they were surprised. Replacement opener for Slipknot and Mudvayne in Phoenix. And then just we're back to pretty much the beginning of chat. So cool. Yeah, Big G.
Got 20 people in here, so we're gonna bring them in here.
Fruitcake says Sandra is the next Tabitha Soren.
What's that?
MTV News. Q Megadeth Baseline. What's up? Nice show you got here. I'm digging it. That's from 6 String Stangers in the house.
Awesome, bro. Hey, welcome, man.
Hi. Hello, hello, hello.
Like him, love him, hate him, can't live without him. Here he is, our resident 6-string strummer.
My brother.
Yeah. Mr. Gary Big G.
Get your applause ready.
Yeah.
Woo.
What's up, kids?
I love it.
I seen you winch on that clinker you did. You're like, oh, no.
Yeah, I shanked one. What are you gonna do?
Hey, man.
What's going on, everybody?
Gotta love the priest, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna play it till you guys started singing it earlier, and I was like, yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm wearing a priest shirt too, so
there you go.
You cannot go wrong with Judas Priest.
You cannot go wrong with Judas Priest. Absolutely.
Never, ever, never. Or AC/DC.
Or AC/DC, yep.
Or Led Zepp.
Yep.
Not all that stuff's good.
So how you kids doing?
Cars.
Yeah.
What about that?
Hanging in there. How are you?
I'm terrific. I'm doing good.
I'm actually tired, but I'm here. So
Hanging out, wearing shorts tonight in Florida. It's actually not too cold. So
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, he was
Yep.
bitching last
Very
week about
nice,
his
yeah.
nipples being hard.
What?
He was bitching last week about his nipples being hard.
Oh God, how long did that take? And we already to the nipples, man.
Yeah, I know. Didn't take long.
Not long at all.
Oh man, gotta love the nipples, man.
Hell yeah. What would we
That's
do
like-
without them?
It's like the suckle of life, man.
We'd
You
have
know,
nothing to
that's what-
pierce.
That's what I hate about people, smug son of a bitches in public when women have to breastfeed their kids, man. It's like, leave that woman alone, man. Let her feed her kid, man.
Yep.
Shut up, smack bang.
It's a natural thing, you know?
No shit, man. Now, if you start boinking on the sidewalk, that's a whole other story.
Yeah, right.
You know, I'm trying to make the baby in public. That's another thing.
Oh my goodness, this
We're all
just went right sideways.
Totally off the rails. Oh man.
We're sorry, audience.
Hey, this old guy might die on us before we get him up here, man. What do you think about trying to get him in here? We can't
Probably
hear
do
you.
that.
but we can crack on you. You can't say shit yet, man.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Without
The
further
one-
ado,
the incomparable, the Tide Pod eating, Charmin squeezing,
wanted in 7 states for indecent exposure because he never wears pants.
Dillweed.
You know him, you love him. You can't live without him. Quentin fucking James.
Boom.
Booger eating son of a bitch.
That's
Oh, hey, it's Quentin James. What's going on?
it's
What's
up
up,
protein,
brother?
right? Yeah,
How you doing, man?
What's
Oh
up,
my
Q?
God.
How you doing, man? Welcome to the show,
Charmin,
dude.
Charmin squeezing,
Sherman squeezing, Tide Pod eating.
puddle piddle party,
Wanted in 7 states because you never wear pants.
puddle piddle party, clown guy
That's
liking.
great.
I don't know whether to be frightened or honored that he commented.
You should be honored to be frightened.
Yes. Yes. So how you been, Quentin?
Oh shit, I can't complain. I you know.
You are the man.
Oh, stop it.
You are the man. I don't care.
Stop
man.
it.
I'd like to thank you for being here.
I'm a hack, and that's okay.
Yes.
We are just thrilled to
You are
have
a
you.
damn good hack. I
Oh,
give you
shit.
kudos. I
Jacob
give you
Visual
kudos.
guy's here, isn't he? There's Jacob. Oh God.
I have the hat gene too, and you just heard me shank him a couple of minutes ago.
Hey, C sharp, whatever, dude. Close enough.
BC Rich 581 says Quentin is fresh off a 3-day bender behind the bus station.
What's up, Hoda?
Nice.
Hoda. Soda.
Soda. Soda.
Soda.
It's soda.
PJ in the beard. What's up? Is that PJ
Yo.
or the beard?
It's
They
PJ
just-
in the beard, yep.
I think it's PJ.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Tell all your
Mr.
friends.
Quentin James in the house.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out.
We need to get at least up to 30, 40 viewers up in here tonight.
Visual guy, what's up? Hope you got your stuff
What are
straightened
we
out
at? We
today.
got 24 watching, 20 thumbs up. So
Fuck.
Stage
Yeah,
fright.
Quentin.
No, it's my fucking back.
Oh,
And I've got
sorry.
I've got plenty of pharmaceutical goodness, but I hate taking the fucking thing, so I'm not gonna take them.
you should share.
And actually, it's weird. It's. I mean, I think everybody knows it's a Roxy, which is like a 5 milligram oxycodone. You know, I've been on them for 5 years or so. I mean, I can take them and not take them. Really depends on when I've had an epidural, which I just had one about a month ago or so.
Ooh, man.
And but it's weird if I don't take them. Okay, I'll wait till you get that drink down. If I don't take them, I get the squirts. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they bind you up, man. Painkillers
Well, no,
bind you
the
up.
squirts. I don't get constipated. I get the fucking runs.
All right.
If I don't take them for like, I can't.
They keep you regular, man.
I'll get that for a day or two. I don't get like withdrawals or anything like that because I I just don't take them. I don't take them. I'm supposed to take like one every 8 hours, right? Or
Right.
so it really just depends on, like if I this like if I'm doing dishes, it's fucking sucks, man. Because if I have to stand still after 10 seconds, it starts hurting more and more and more, and then all of a sudden I'm fucking leaning over trying to do this.
It's that 45-degree bent lean over that.
Oh,
kills
dude,
you.
if I make it, I've made the mistake of just reaching over my refrigerator, bending that, but it's
Yep.
that L5 disc. It's the lowest one, right
Yep.
above where the good Lord split you. That's the one
Yep.
that's all fucking bulging into my spine. I mean, sooner or later, I'm going to have surgery. I just, soul just like snorted. Now you crush it up and you put it under your eyelids, man. It goes straight to your brain a lot faster. It stings. It stings a little bit, but whoo, yeah, it gets right in there.
Tom Harvey was asking if you've ever tried marijuana for your pain.
Me? No, I can't do that. I get drug tested every 2 months. What is boof? If you boof, it will clog it up. What is boof?
I have no idea.
And me either.
By the way, that's Jacob, visual guy. We're both here in Kentucky.
Oh, cool.
Jacob's a monster guitar player, man. I don't care what he says.
We're trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers, man. He's got like 973 as of.
I know. I post every now and then where we.
So everybody, if you're feeling some
trying to get
love in
to-
your heart, subscribe to Visual Guy. Subscribe down below to Gary's. Subscribe to Quentin's. It's,
Jacob just had a new critter, little daughter critter or something like that.
So congratulations.
Yeah, yeah.
Subscribe to her too.
Oh yeah.
See, I just went to private chat again. I keep switching back and from comments to private chat. Now I just see private chat.
So Q, what happened to your back?
Yeah, that does that to me too.
Oh, there we go. Now I'll pull it back up. A couple of accidents. One probably, God, this was probably 25 years ago. And then the second one about 8 years ago. And the second one, that was it, man. That's like fucking.
Yeah.
I was running from somebody shooting at me.
The police?
What the hell are you doing?
No, it's these two drunk fuckers riding around just fucking shooting up the neighborhood. They're shooting in the houses and shit. And
Sorry.
And anyway, that's yeah.
Wow.
It was the pants police.
At 1,000 subs, Q will boof his medication. Do I need to Google boof? Because that sounds kind of gay.
You know,
I don't know what that is.
I think he's talking about keistering it, man. Booty bomb.
Now I've heard about people doing like alcohol enemas because it gets you drunk, but you don't. It's not on your breath, and.
Wait a minute, let me get my bottle.
Oh dear Lord.
Ew.
2 months old. 2 months old. Jeez.
Congratulations.
That's going to leave a mark.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah. Congratulations, Visual Guy. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Critters 4 had to Leonardo. Critters 4. It's like Sharknado.
Head to crap Rio.
I'm just not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch a movie with NATO in it.
No.
NATO anything. Oh, somebody's in trouble.
Yeah, they're
Hard
after me
firing.
again.
Big Chief's looking around. What?
I didn't do it this time. I swear to God.
I'm not close to a middle school.
Yeah, right. I was on the Bent Metal broadcast. I got an alibi. I got 24 witnesses.
So let's dissect Q here a little bit.
Yeah. So Quentin, what do we need? At what age did it possess you to start playing guitar?
I guess I was 13, maybe.
Yeah, it's about when I was too.
I was probably 12 years old, and I'm the baby of the family. So, you get 5 older brothers, and then a couple of my older brothers asked me if I wanted to go see a concert. And first of all, a concert, and then you get to go hang with your older brothers that are 16, 17, and you're 12. You're like, hell yeah.
Yep.
So we went and saw Foghat and the Outlaws.
Sweet.
Nice.
And that was all it took, man.
That's cool.
From then on, and It was probably still, I think, yeah, about 13 or so. I started taking lessons, and I had 2 or 3 other good friends in the neighborhood that had already been playing guitar. But man, I was a slow learner in the beginning. But
How old
in
are
the
you?
beginning, it was
How old are
probably
you? How old are you, bro?
55.
Yeah, me and you are the same age. Yeah.
I'll be 56
Kids.
on March 3rd, and I take PayPal, Arby's coupon,
You're still a
You get
bunch
any
of
senior
kids.
citizen
and
discounts?
yeah.
You get any seniors discounts yet?
And I'm starting to get that, the junk mail about burial insurance and,
ARP and shit like that.
AARP crap.
oh yeah, but the burial insurance, I'm like, really? What
I
do you
actually
guys-
used my AARP card to get a discount on movie tickets a couple months ago. Fuck yeah, why not?
Why not?
I'm
Well, you
old
pay-
shit.
I mean, movies are they're not that expensive. I mean,
How much is a movie nowadays?
I don't know. It's like got to be $5 or $6, but they get you with that like little
5 or 6.
The
Bullshit. It's like
popcorn
13.
and all
popcorn's like $27.
that.
And
Yeah, then your soda is like
small Coke,
$27.
$12 for a small Coke, and it's like, fuck.
Yep.
I'll just go in the bathroom and drink out of the sink, man.
Smuggling my own.
Right on.
But yeah, I started playing about 13, and my first stuff was really just Bon Scott era AC/DC and Ted Nugent, Judas Priest, Bad Company.
Smoke on the water.
Yeah, but I'm a child. I'm a child
Everybody learned to smoke on the water.
I'm a child of the 60s and 70s. So all that,
Yeah.
my mom would just, when I was 7 or 8, she'd just sit me down with a record player, and I would take all my sisters and older brothers 45s, and so all that singer songwriter shit, James Taylor and Gordon Lightfoot and fucking Bee Gees and
Gordon
shit like
Lightfoot,
that. I'm
yeah.
just like, oh my god.
You want to know what my musical support was in my family?
What's that?
Turn that shit out. That's all the musical support I ever got from my
Can't listen to
family.
that devil's music in here.
I grew up with fucking Lawrence Welk and Liberace.
Oh,
I grew
dude.
up with Lawrence Welk and Hee Haw, and both of my parents were supportive, somewhat,
So
Best
Q,
hee
what
haw
was your
performer, Q.
Do I?
Best hee haw performer. Guitars.
That's a tough one.
There were quite a few, but there's one for me. You probably heard it before.
Who were the two, like Roy Clark and
Buck Owens.
Buck Owens.
yeah, Buck Owens, but Roy Clark or the guys like Glenn Campbell. Glenn Campbell's a monster.
Dude,
And
he was a shredder.
he was with that what was the Wrecking Crew, the studio guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's like Tim Pierce, man. He's on a billion albums, and I didn't know who Tim Pierce was until maybe a year and a half ago. And somebody said, "Oh, he did Runaway by Bon Jovi. That's him on guitar." I'm like, "Oh, let me look him up."
Yeah.
It's like he's on everybody.
Yeah.
It's like,
He's a
who is
monster.
this guy? Oh my god.
Yeah, he's a fucking monster.
Yeah.
A real nice guy from what I understand.
Okay. My dentist was just at his house, I don't know, several months ago, and having Tim playing one of his songs.
Wow.
My dentist actually owns half a guitar company, and I went over to his house and got to play a 65 Strat, and oh my god, and he's a great performer, great singer, great dentist.
That's
He's
so
like
cool.
the dentist to all the musicians around town too.
Yeah, your teeth look great, so he must be doing something right.
Oh yeah, he made these in his garage. Yeah,
Out of an old Strat pickguard.
yeah. Oh my god, out of old Gibson fret markers.
Bone nut.
Man, I tell you though, he would. I don't know if I don't drink or do drugs or anything. I mean, I quit doing all that shit actually before I turned 21. I'm just clapping. I just don't like. My body doesn't like alcohol. It's like It's like pickles. If you don't like pickles, you don't eat pickles. I just don't.
Right.
I don't like the taste of alcohol. I don't care if it's 50-year-old scotch or wine, or I just don't like the taste of it. And when I would drink, I could probably drink in my heyday, drink 3 beers and be freaking hammered. And all my friends are out drinking a case of beer, and some whiskey.
Right.
But my hangovers would last like 2 days, It's
Oh,
like, dude, fuck this. I just can't do it. And I don't even know where I was going with. The best high I've ever had was in a fucking dentist chair, sucking on nitrous oxide.
oh, sure.
Oh, that's the
Oh,
shit.
man, you put on some headphones, and the whole key to nitrous is don't breathe out in and out of your mouth. Not even out, just in and out of your nose. Just shut your mouth off, and you'll be on the space shuttle to the planet stupider in no time, man.
Yep.
I mean, there were times where I'm like, dude, you got to turn this shit down. You don't have any oxygen on in here, do you? Because I'm fucking gone. And I'm like floating.
Hello, Guitar Hack.
Hey, Hack.
Oh,
Jerry's GGG. Hello.
there's
Jerry.
trouble. God damn it. I keep on getting this problem. Let me go over to YouTube.
Ed Axman. Pete Dixon.
I keep getting the private chat over in StreamYards or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, Quentin, what was your first crappy guitar when you started out?
First crappy guitar was I went into a music store and I had like $150. I wanted the Strat copy. It was white because of Huey Thomason from the Outlaws. It's like, I have a Strat, right? Oh, they sell nitrous balloons at Grateful Dead shows. So,
I saw that.
Oh yeah. Shit.
but the guy there,
It's
and I
not all
fucking
they
let him
sell there,
talk me.
probably.
I let him talk me into it. I don't know if it's good or bad. Yeah, it was probably bad. A Fender Music Master. Now,
Wow.
if you don't know what a Music Master is, do you remember what a Mustang was?
Oh, yeah.
You had the single coil in the neck and a single coil in the bridge. Well, if you took the pick guard off of a Music Master, it was a Mustang. It was cut out, but it only had one single coil in the neck.
Ugh.
So, I'm a rock kid already, and you get a single coil in the neck, but my amp was a Fender Super Twin. Now the Super Twin was all black, and it had the one that had the distortion knob on it. And it was 180 tube watts through 212.
Jesus.
180 through 212s, okay?
You folks must have loved that.
Well, man, I can swear to God, I can still smell that thing. But the distortion sounded like you took a knife and just ripped the speakers, and it's like, So I wound up getting an Electro Harmonix LPB1 linear power booster, which was actually pretty cool. It was basically an overdrive kind of thing, and that helped a little bit. But you still got that single coil in the neck. I didn't know anything about humbuckers and bridge pickups or anything.
Right.
But it wasn't until I got a big muff that I became the guitar playing god that everybody knows and loves today. And man, that was the big muff back then. I just remember that violin kind of sustain. It wasn't, that fuzzy. I don't think I've ever heard one that sounded like that one since.
Did you know at age 13 that you were going to be serious about playing guitar?
Yeah, but I really wish that I had, I played all the time, but not like kids seem to do today, where after, I've been playing for 18 months and they're sweeping arpeggio, it's like, you little bastards.
Yeah.
I just wanted to play songs back then, I just wanted to
That's all I wanna do. I just
play
wanna
Stranglehold and,
Right.
and of course you didn't have all the YouTube stuff. It was putting on a record and trying to figure it out, which I wasn't good at.
Yeah.
But I had friends that come over and we'd jam and they'd show me stuff. And
That's cool.
but
That's
no,
cool.
after 40 years, I should be a freaking Ingve. But you reach a certain. I think you reach a certain, or I did a certain plateau, and I'm happy with my playing. I still work on. I hate my picking. My legato could be so much better, but I have no aspirations that I'm going to be an Ingve or
You
Tom.
just play for the enjoyment for yourself,
Tom
basically. And, yeah.
Are you finding that as you're getting older, some of your stuff is slipping a little bit? Or are you still able to maintain a certain level of continuity with
Now,
your
do you
playing?
mean that in a Brokeback Mountain kind of way, or are you talking guitar?
No, bro. I mean, if you,
No, I don't.
it's okay if you're, but no.
No, I don't find anything slipping at all. As a matter of fact, my like I used to have a problem with this joint in my little finger,
I
and
have
then
the same
sometimes
problem.
like my thumb, like my picking thumb, it's not supposed to bend that far. But I'd have problems with that knuckle and that knuckle. That's why I'd make my power chords differently depending on how my little finger would feel. Because I was teaching guitar and playing 3 nights a week and rehearsing 2 nights a week, and you just start to get that repetitive motion kind of thing. And
I
Okay,
had a
now,
thing. Go ahead, Jeff.
yeah, now you've been playing for 40 years. Any type of discography or anything like that?
nah,
So you have nothing professional out there that's been recorded that you can say, "Hey, I'm on that album" or this or that.
nope. I mean, we did some. There's some stuff floating around outer space. I will say that we did Live at the Hill. I know Jacob would know that. That's just a club in town that used to broadcast the live bands at night. But no, we had like my last band, like 3 originals, but there was no big aspirations to, get a record deal and tour. And I just wanted to get a little house and a dog and, play local clubs on the weekends. And that's what I did.
There's
And
nothing wrong with that.
I managed music stores. So that's what I did for a day gig.
So do you have your own any personal recorded music of your stuff? I
Nah.
mean, just besides what's on YouTube and whatnot.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I just never got into writing original stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Probably because I wasn't that good at it.
Yeah.
If you're not playing guitar, you're blank. You're what?
Retired. Yeah, retired.
There you go.
Unfortunately, my back and other health issues kind of keep me from doing most things.
Sorry.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
That's all right. I'm not dead yet. Every time I wake up, I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
But I still play every day. I've got here. Let me go to StreamYard so I can see what I'm doing here. Can y'all see that?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
There's my
See
guitars. On the right's the acoustic. It's an Alvarez. There's the Explorer. I just put them invaders in.
Nice.
Next to
Yeah,
that's the Michael Kelly Telly, and then the Gomer Caster, and then that's my Strat on the left. And
I love the Gomer Caster.
then I've got that's a little PV Studio Pro, which actually most of the time, I'm playing through the Helix most of the time. Which here,
And you got pants on. I've seen it, bro.
yeah. And then there's the where is it? There's the Helix, and then that's my little Yamaha mixer. The Helix goes into that with the mic, and that's my Nintendo Sega Genesis game thing there.
Oh, that's right.
Legend of Zelda. Okay,
Oh.
and
Nice.
but that's the Helix rack, and that goes into the mixer too.
Cool.
Nice,
Very
bro.
cool. Very cool.
Then that's a Rode NT1.
Okay, here's a chance for you to put us on the hot seat.
Yeah.
What do you got for us? Ask us a question.
I gotta go. I'll see you later.
I don't know how long you guys been playing. You played in bands, and what's the deal? What's up?
Yeah, I was in a band for about 15 years. Had 3 CDs out. It was pretty cool. It was fun. Opened
Nice.
up for Kip Winger and Blue Oyster Cult and a couple other
Holy shit. We got to play with
couple other
Collective
venues.
Soul. I mean, we're a cover band, but I get a call from the booking agency and says, "Hey man, y'all want to play with Collective Soul?" Yes.
Hell yeah.
And the cool thing is they played till like, I don't know, 10 or 10:30. So the club wanted somebody to come and play after them, keep the crowd there. So technically, since we played after them, Collective Soul opened for us.
They opened for you.
That's right.
Nice.
That's right.
Beautiful.
Dude, even their side fills on stage were louder than our entire fucking PA though.
Right.
Like side fills, holy shit.
Yep.
And I had
Nice.
two 412 cabinets, man. That was the time I turned my head up to about 8.5. I had a 50-watt crate Blue Voodoo. And when we started playing, those side fills, I just didn't hear shit. And I'm going through two Boogie 412s, right? And I just went straight back to my amp and just started turning up till I heard it. And it was about 8.5 or 9. And when you start pushing a 50-watt tube head, I mean, it changed, man.
Yeah,
It roared, and not in a like feedback way. It was like, but I couldn't turn up to 8.5 at a club.
Yeah, I got a Blue Voodoo 120H, the Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, yeah,
412 with the blue Tolex.
right.
Dude, that thing rips.
Dude, I loved it. I mean, I'd played so many. I could have bought anything, but it was like I just didn't. The boogies just didn't do it for me. I just didn't.
Yeah.
And this buddy of mine worked at another store, and I went over there and played some Marshalls, and it's like I know I just don't like them, man. And he's like, dude, why don't you try this this new crate amp? It's a 50-watt tube, and I'm like, yeah, but dude, it's a crate, And he's like, no, man, it's brand new, Blue Voodoo, 2 channels, dual reverb, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, man, but it's a crate, man.
Yeah.
And, I'm like, fuck, all right, I'll try it. Let me take it home. And it was like, holy shit, man. I mean, I bought it. I mean, but it had that big crate label on it, that big fucking gold thing. So first thing I took a screwdriver, broke that thing off.
I used to put black masking tape over mine so nobody would see it.
I put duct tape up there, and I'm like, Marshall. I'd write the bass player's phone number, or
Yeah.
but I used a TS9 tube screamer or Crybaby.
Yep.
And then I had an old SPX 90. Do you remember those? The Yamaha?
Oh yeah.
Just for one delay setting, I just had that in the effects loop. I had that in like a little 2-space rack to set in the back of my amp, and that was my rig. I didn't use any other pedals or anything, and
Yep.
it was all volume knob.
I used to use an old Digitech GNX2 floor
Oh yeah,
processor thing.
yeah.
It had some pretty good distortion in it, actually. Had a lot of really good effects. I still got it somewhere. I haven't probably used it in 10 years, but
Dude, I had a rack I had a 12-space rack of, like R2. I had the MP1 and a Teleflex and a Hush 2C and a Sonic Maximizer. I had all that shit.
I've always had a Sonic Maximizer on my board, man. I love
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah, I love those.
2 knobs, simple, makes a huge difference.
Man, all you do is just push it in and out and go, damn, dude, it sounds like you just pull a blanket off of your speaker cabinets or something.
Yep.
Yeah, Lynn
They're
Smith
amazing.
was our bass player. Visual guy, Jacob said something about Liam.
Yeah. And thanks, Great Vanzini, for the comment on my band. I played a couple of tracks last week on the show, my old band.
Jacob, 360 milliseconds. That was it, man. That's my delay setting. Even on the Helix, 360. Yep, Zach Wild had those. The SPX 90s. I had a Roland SDE 1000 I used. I had that and a Furman PQ3, and it just goes on and on and on. I've had so much gear. I mean, good. The gear I have now is, except for the Helix, isn't. I had Les Paul Custom, American Strats, Gibson Explorer, Gibson SG. I mean, the real gear. not like a Mexican Strat now. But I don't have the money for Tom. The SDE 3000s were way out of my budget, man. They were like 3 times as much. Oh dear Lord, the TC 2290. A buddy of mine who owned a music store in town where I got the ADA from. This is back in the day when you only saw pictures of like an ADA MP1. Or I walked in and he was a boogie dealer too, so he had all rock mount boogie stuff, but he had an actual TC Electronic 2290 in his rack. And I'd only seen pictures of like Red Beach had one in his rack, and I'm like, dude, I've just never seen one of these in my life. Yeah, the SCE 1000, 2000, 3000. I bet you they're cheap now. But people still use those. I mean, Friedman and their rack full of stuff they have at the NAMM show. He's got SDE 3000s in those racks.
Yeah, Tony, there'll be an after show.
Mickey still got an SPX 90. Yep.
Says Sandra.
Oh, an SDE 3000 is $200 now. Oh
What?
my God.
The question from Q. Q, what was your question again? Or do we
What?
forget that already?
What's that?
You were asking us a question. You got one for Sandra?
No. She's like, man, I don't know.
I don't even know her.
So what's the deal? You play guitar? I see a guitar in the background.
I play. I'm sort of. These two here are Ricky's, BC Rich's. This one over here.
Who's
is
Ricky?
My husband.
Oh, I don't know.
This one here is mine, and the one behind it. But this one and that one are both Ricky's.
Oh, cool. Are they lefties or reverse headstocks?
Reverse.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm more of a piano player, and I've been doing that since the age of 4. So.
Show
Man,
me big
I would
ass
play
organ.
piano.
Show him your big organ.
Beg pardon?
Settle down, Q.
I don't see an Adam's apple. What are you
She has
talking about?
He has a big organ, dude.
Right there.
Oh, wow.
That's badass.
There's 2 more, but they're not in this room. not as big as that one either. One's a
What is
smaller
that?
Lowry, and the other one is a little digital one that's downstairs.
No, that one's a kind of special one, right? Or is it
That's
like
a
rare?
Lowry MX2. It's special to me.
Well, I
Kind
mean,
of
it's
B3-ish.
Rare or something like that.
I was in a band with a guy that had a Hammond B3.
I
and
know
we
that they can be pretty damn expensive.
A B3, those should be outlawed, man. I mean, okay, you want to have a B3? You carry the fucker by yourself. We'll
Yeah,
see
good
what
luck with
happens.
that.
Yeah. There you go.
We sawed the legs off of that thing, man. Oh my God, it still weighed like 400 pounds.
I bet.
Holy shit! And then he had a Leslie too, and it was like, oh God.
Dude, I had the. Do you ever see the Boogie made these cabinets called Road Ready cabinets?
No.
They're 412 built into a road case. All you do is put the door on and have butterfly latches, right? They weighed a fucking ton, and of course, dumbass me had 2 of them because they look cool.
Yeah.
That and a Les Paul Custom was probably part of the reason my back hurts.
Now, see, I had a bass amp.
Yeah.
It was a Rode
Heavy
440
guitars.
218 cab,
Ugh,
and it was built like a road case.
yeah,
Dude, you take the cover off, like you said, with the butterfly latches,
right.
and that thing weighed. It had to weigh at least 250 pounds. Had
Even
built-in wheels and shit.
Yeah, even at smaller clubs, I would still use, I'd still stack both cabinets, but I might not plug the bottom one in, because, first of all, it looked cool. But then if you don't plug the bottom one in, the top one's still hitting you in the back of the head, so you can hear it really well. But the main thing is to look cool.
Yeah.
It is all about looking cool.
I used to run a 412 and a Randall Warhead 215 cab.
Oh, shit.
And that thing would make you shit yourself, man. You start chugging and stuff like on a drop D or something, man. Holy crap.
Well, we were doing, this is back in the grunge era. So we were more of a college rock band. And when we got together, we really had a whole business plan of what we were going to do. And we'd all played in other bands. We all knew the club owners. We all knew all the other bands. It's a big community, right? And I love telling stories where I'm just like right in the middle of it. I'm like, what was I talking about?
Oh, look at chicken.
I'm thinking like we would do. Our whole goal was to get, we were halfway decent looking people. So we want chicks on the dance floor. So that way the guys come to the dance floor, everybody dances, they get hot, they drink more, sales goes up, we get called back. It's a pretty simple, and it worked like a fucking charm,
Yeah.
But we were doing, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Green Day, but we were also doing a lot of like Hootie and the Blowfish and Live. Don't laugh, man. It's fucking
popular at the time.
It got the chicks on the fucking dance. You played some Hootie and the Blowfish, and chicks came running.
Sure,
Yep.
people
Guys
love those
came
songs.
running.
I only want to be with you.
Yeah,
Who sang
there you
that?
go.
Did you sing it? Did you sing it?
I
Keith?
didn't fucking sing it. Hell no.
I think you might have.
But we also did, every set we would always do like a, Stones, Doors, Beatles, Stevie Ray, Zeppelin, something like that. But yeah, we still did Brown Eyed Girl, and I swear to God, if I never play that song again, it'll be too soon. But it packed the dance floor every time we played it, and it's a business, man. You can't expect to play all the big clubs and the big stages playing songs that only you like. I'm not playing that song. Well, then you're not going to fucking play our club.
Yeah. Yep.
What's up, Laz? How's the little chicken wing doing?
What's up, Les?
What's up, guys?
Grilling ribs for dinner. Holy shit.
Hey, Sandra, can you do another roll call here?
Cootie and the
All
Blowy.
right. We have Bumble Bus, Great Banzini, Preston Smith, Metal Soda, Dwight Bailey, Pete Hickson,
Dog
PJ in the Beard, Visual Guy. I might have said him already. I don't know. David Ennis is still here. Jimmy Biter is here. Fruitcake Tony.
Girls Brown Eye. No, we didn't do that song.
Thrash. Metal and Fun Riffs is here. Terry's GGG is here.
Hey, when you do Hootie and the Blowfish,
John
and you got
Martin is in the house. Music Therapy Liz is here. And Tom Murphy.
college rock girls that come up to the stage to dance, you'll do fucking Hootie and the Blowfish. It's like, hot girls.
Damn, bro.
Oh my God, she doesn't have her shirt on. Woo.
So is Fruitcake Tony still here, man?
He's in the chat.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Tony was supposed to be on here showing us some of his stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share his latest video for you guys because I promised him he would be on and he could show some of his stuff. So we're going to try to share his recent and most updated video.
Yeah, Pete, we had 3 originals. We'd throw an original. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's okay, King. Okay, let me see here. Hang on a sec.
Yes, there are more guitar picks. I buy collections big and small. So if
I'll be right
you
back,
have
guys.
a collection that you want to sell, you can get in touch with me. Yeah.
Do we got audio?
In this one, we're going to be looking at some classic rock guitar picks, some of which are pretty dang rare. And as this one is, Miss
You're
Carly.
so vain. I'm on that side of the internet again. What's up, Kraut?
Crowbar. Mickey Settlemeyer. Hello, hello.
And the band America.
Damn, it's got a lot of picks.
Yeah.
How about
Rio Speedwagon?
REO Speedwagon?
Never heard of it.
Oh, this pick is back from the 80s.
See the bass player?
I think so.
Beastie Boys.
How about the Beach Boys?
Beach Boys. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Hi,
James Brown's
good.
band.
Hippie.
Yeah. All right. Here's a rare pick you don't see very often.
Oh, the Bacon
Oh,
Brothers.
the
The
Bacon Brothers.
Bacon
Yeah.
Brothers. Know the actor Kevin Bacon?
Yeah.
Seen
and
him
his
like 3 times.
brother make music.
I'll be back too.
And this is
Cam
Kevin
Mike.
Bacon's guitar picks here. So pretty cool there. All right. Back to the 80s we go. This is a ZZ Top from the Eliminator tour.
Dusty
Mr.
Hill.
Dusty Hill.
Sweet. Grateful Dead. Awesome. Still
About
your
the
face.
Grateful Dead. All right. All right. Rush from Snakes and Arrows tour a few years back. Alex Lifeson.
Thanks, visual guy. Thanks for tuning in.
These two, Jimmy Page, were back in the 90s with the Page plant during that tour. All right, got one more classic rock one to show you.
Jim
It's an
Croce.
extremely old pick, Jim Croce. I have one other of his picks, but these are super, super rare. Very glad to have it. So there are some classic rock picks for you. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching.
All right. All right.
Awesome.
A
Thanks, Tony.
plethora of plectrums.
Hell yeah.
How many picks does he have, like total, in total?
Shit tons.
Does it?
Just
Yeah.
like
Is it like hundreds?
thousands. Probably thousands. Thousands upon thousands.
Here's the Gomercaster.
Oh, I love that guitar.
Cool.
That guitar's beautiful.
I don't know if it'll say it. Will it focus? Don't me hold this up here for 10 minutes.
Yep, you can see it.
Bro.
No,
Gotcha.
hold on.
You can see it.
Quentin, what's the best guitar you ever owned?
You
You
can do
ever
it.
own one that you got rid of, bro?
It's not going to show it. 81 Les Paul Custom. 81 Les Paul Custom I got in 1980. That was 19 or so. And bought it brand new, $850.
Wow.
That's how much a Les Paul Custom was back then. And this was with chrome hardware. Didn't have gold hardware. But it was, I even remember back then, it took me forever to find a cherry sunburst custom that looked great and played great. And I just couldn't understand why. I'm like, these are $850, man. And But I had a white SG with a Bigsby. I just thought the white looked so cool. I didn't know, the Bigsby thing. I just, but I wanted a white SG. Then I got a white Gibson Explorer with all gold hardware. That thing was bitching when I first. But God, the case and the guitar weighed a ton, man. The cases are like fucking huge. But it wasn't until I got in this my last cover band that I actually got a Strat. I didn't like Strats, and I'm like, the volume knob. Why did he put the volume knob there, dumbass? And then once I got it, and it was like, oh my God, that's the greatest place to put a volume knob ever. But as soon as I got it, I knew I was gonna, gut it and put different pickups in and put different switching in it and everything. I just need, I was in a cover band, so I needed a workhorse guitar. I needed I put a dual blade humbucker in the bridge, and then a couple of stacked humbuckers in the middle of the neck. So no matter what combination I was on, I was on a humbucker, so I never got any buzzing. And the clean sounded great and a little fuller sounding, because I was it's a one guitar player band. So, but that was an American Strat. I had a Mason Bernard, which was a Bernie Rico after he sold BC Rich or whatever. That's the one with the girl on it. It's a reverse headstock with a Floyd EMGs. But probably the custom in my American Strat those were my workhorses for decades. But then, around 2008, the economy crashed, and when you got a mortgage, you can't sleep in your guitar case. I don't care what they say. I don't care how big that Explorer case was. I couldn't sleep in the fucker.
Yeah, man.
So shit happened. Oh, here's the buddy gave me this guitar. Okay, so that's the one I just put the Invader in the bridge, and then that funky looking Invader in the neck.
That's a Destroyer cue?
That's the one that sucked the frying pan right out of the kitchen and stuck to the guitar, man. It was crazy.
That's a Destroyer, right?
No.
Oh, it's an Explorer. Okay.
Explorer, yeah.
Because I got an Ibanez Destroyer, and that thing
Oh,
weighs a
dude.
ton.
I wish I had the a Phil Collins Destroyer with maybe a Floyd on it, triple pick.
Dude.
That's just cool as shit.
That guitar weighs at least 12 pounds.
Oh
At
my
least.
God.
It weighs a ton.
Yeah, my custom probably
Heavy,
weighed that. It was heavy, but I had a good 3-inch nice soft leather strap, but yeah, I couldn't play my custom for 4 hours a night, man. It's like
No.
the Strats,
I saved a Destroyer for like the last set of the night. That's what I would use it for. It would be like the last set. And that
Tom
was it.
Harhigh feels invadered.
So Q, what guitar would you get rid of all your guitars just to have and own again?
Tom Anderson drop top.
There you go.
I'd love to have a Tom Anderson. It's probably the best guitar I've ever played.
Yeah.
But once again, they're probably more than a Sir, or I'm sure they're a good 36, 3800.
Yeah, Preston, they're heavy, bro. They're really heavy.
The heaviest guitar I played was when I first picked it up. I just laughed, because it's like, I thought they looked pretty cool. BC Rich came out with those acrylic models.
Those
Yeah.
Ricky has a lexicon.
Oh, dude, they got to be 20 pounds.
They are heavy.
I mean,
Ricky has
they're
one made out
they're
of
just
lexicon. It's very
laughably heavy. I mean, laughably heavy. It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
I can weight relieve them somehow. But I thought they're, like the red Mockingbird. I remember going, and there's a store I was working in, and I went to pick it up, and I thought, fuck, they're going to throw out my shoulder just getting it off the wall. The only guitar where I ever, I went to grab it and actually had to use both hands. And, like, shit. It's going to pull the slat wall down.
Nice.
Yeah,
Came on
Tom,
the floor.
sit down guitar. I can't play sitting down. I got to stand up.
Really?
Yeah, I got to stand up to play.
Somebody said something about that. Like our rehearsals, I played sitting down. I never had an issue sitting down or standing up.
Yeah,
or
I'm just way
learning
more.
something sitting down and couldn't play it standing up, or
Yeah, I'm way more comfortable standing up playing than I am sitting down.
I like sitting down.
but like Paul Reed Smith guitars, they you know
Those
they
are
don't do
nice.
anything for me, man.
I've
But
never
that's
played
me.
one. I have
I'm
no
like
desire.
guitar hack, man. I'm just old school Strat, Les Paul. That fucking.
I have no desire to play a PRS.
And I played a million of them, and it's like, it didn't give me a Bonner, dude. Not for $3,500.
Nope.
Yeah,
I'd
I
never
don't
pay that
mind.
for a guitar anyway.
And I
I don't
play
mind
guitars. I don't. You know, they're almost. I don't want to say they're too pretty, but it's like I'm gonna dink it up in the first 10 minutes probably.
That's what I did. That's why I bought a $500 PRS. And
Yeah.
that first guitar to take a ding too, man. Took a dime-sized chunk right out of the back of the headstock.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to ding them up. I mean, they're tools, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, they're gonna get dinged no matter what. Shit, when I bought my Kramer, I brought it in the house, opened the box, I brought in the guitar stand, I took it out of the box, took the plastic off, put it in the guitar stand, and 30 seconds later, my wife knocked it over.
Oh. Well, I
Didn't
mean,
do anything, thank God.
my
Tile floor
guitar,
too.
my guitars always sat on good stands or they stayed in the case. I had that custom for I don't know, 30 years. I never snapped the headstock because it didn't. I had good strap locks. I didn't fucking drop the damn thing. Of course, you drop a guitar from 3 or 4 feet in the air, you're gonna snap the headstock. I mean, you've got all that tension on the fucking. That's why I hate when people are like, Gibson, snap the headstocks. Well, don't fucking drop it. If I drop my monitor over, it's gonna break.
Right,
Shit.
Right.
My Mexican Strat,
Right.
which is like my number one guitar. I love
That's
it.
my number one HSS. Yeah.
I've thrown that guitar twice
Yeah.
by accident, doing the Yngwie
Yeah.
over the shoulder.
I never tried that.
First time
And you shouldn't.
the strap broke.
Oh.
And it was we were playing live on a stage that's like probably 3 feet off the floor. It was a brick, and it was a brick floor in the place. It was like an old brewery, and this thing sailed, dude. And I always had a wireless back then. It sailed. It was like bowling. I wiped out like 6 bar stools, and the volume was wide open, so it's like feeding back. Luckily, one of the guys at the bar grabbed it, gave it back to me. It didn't even go out of tune.
Didn't go out of tune. There you go. Yeah.
The second time I did it, I got a different strap with all metal buckle things in it.
Yeah.
And I screwed the strap to the guitar.
Yep.
And I said, this ain't going to happen again. We're at in the recording studio in Fort Myers. And we're in between, the engineers were doing shit. So we're out in the parking lot having a smoke. I got the guitar on and I'm playing. And the lead singer in my band, was telling these other guys the story. He's like, go ahead, do it, man, do it. And I did it, and the fucking strap broke again.
Oh, shit.
And it slid into some guy's car like 15 feet away. I had to drag it out by the end of the strap. It's got road rash. It's got chunks of paint missing off it. It's bad. I should grab it and show you. This poor thing has been through the ringer, but it's never broke. Never broke it.
Saboteur's music. Hello.
Quentin, what's your besides a guitar, what's your favorite piece of gear besides your Kemper or whatever you got there? Like,
that
old processor or something like that?
Wait a minute. Let me see if I can do this. And I can't see how the picture's coming out. So y'all tell me. What's that? Okay. Those are those boogie cabinets.
Okay.
How's that picture look?
Yeah, we can see it pretty
You
good.
can see it.
That's my 81 custom there. That's my American Strat. That was my main guitar. That's a 12 space rack full of all kinds of shit. And that's the Mason Bernard. That guitar was like I don't know, $1,200, American series, no fret markers. But it's funny, I didn't like the color on that guitar at all. I wanted a 3-color sunburst, but let me come back to where you guys are. But it just played the best and sounded the best, and
You see the chunks of paint that are missing out of there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nowadays, it costs you an extra $500 to get that done from the factory.
Hell yeah.
sure does.
That Freeman's big thing, man.
Isn't that
And
crazy?
there's big gash right there on the bottom.
Yeah.
Hippie, what were you saying about the my favorite? What now?
Your favorite piece of gear besides all the modern stuff you got right now, if you had to think back over your musical career with equipment, pedals, like what was the best new gadget you ever tested or used that you wish you still had from way back in the day, or any I mean even now, but what is the best piece of gear you still wish you had or
The best
on?
the best rig I ever played through was I had to wire this guy's rack, and he had a Tom Anderson drop top with a Floyd, and he had a Boogie Triaxis, a Rocktron IntelliFX, a Hush 2C, and a Boogie Stereo 292 power amp. I was running that through 2 412s. And I just remember playing that thing and going, dude, I'm not this good. Fuck. And it was the best playing guitar, best sound I'd fucking ever heard. And it was that Triaxis. I don't know what the deal was, but the IntelliFX, the real ones, man, it sounded so good. But you know, I like that Crate Blue Voodoo, man, through them boogie cabinets, but at a loud stage volume. It had to push air. Nothing. This Helix, fuck the Helix, fuck the Kempers, the Axe Effect. A tube amp through a couple of 412s at a good loud stage volume. You're pushing that air, man. There's just it's just the feel. Dave Friedman talks about the feel, and
There's no substitute for horsepower.
yeah.
None.
And you're pushing, the 50. I got the 50 watt heads. I knew I wanted to try to push it, and 100 watts is just too fucking loud.
Yeah.
But when you're pushing them power tubes, man, that's just fuck me. But I can't do that. I can't do that in the condo. I definitely have the neighbors yelling at me. And
shit, I can't do it. I can't do it at my house. My
Yeah.
6505 plus is 150 watts.
oh yeah, that's
I
ridiculous.
can't. I've never had it past 3 ever.
Yeah, I mean the Helix is pretty cool for what it does, but it's sometimes I'll play through this little PV, just go it's pushing some air, even though up to a louder volume to play with the drummer, no way, a little solid state would sound horrible.
Yeah. Well, like tonight, I'm playing through I got a PV Viper, like a 15 watt Viper with like an 8-inch. I don't even think it's a 10. I think it's got like an 8-inch speaker in it.
Yeah,
Sounds fine when it's mic'd. I mean, it doesn't sound that bad.
sure.
But yeah, my big rig is sitting right there, but I can't. It's just too fucking loud.
Sandra, do you have any questions for Q?
I do not.
You don't?
I don't.
Wow. I don't think she likes you, Q.
But yeah, I mean, I miss playing live, and we would play such a wide variety. I love playing Stevie Ray, and then the next song was Green Day, and then fucking White Zombie, and then some Zeppelin, and because you listen to so much different types of music. I love playing it all.
I think I was a lot better when I was gigging like every week.
Oh yeah,
Every week.
Oh
I
my
practice
God, yeah.
once a week.
Yeah,
I'm so fucking lazy now, man. I don't play half as much as I should.
yeah.
Okay,
if
I
I
have a
play twice,
question.
3 times. Yeah.
But go ahead, you can finish.
No, I'm
Too
done.
late. Too late.
What is the riff you have the most fun playing still today? It's the one that because sometimes you get sick of playing songs. If you
A
play them over and
signature
over
riff,
and
you
over
mean?
again. So what is the one riff that you like to play that's still fun for you to play?
I've been stuck on that Sammy Hagar. I don't need love. Hold on. I don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear that?
Yeah,
Yep.
you're good.
Oh yeah.
That one. I still love playing that.
That's cool. That's my question.
Yeah, cool.
But it's funny when I do live streams, it's like, fuck, I seem to play the same old songs, fucking Zeppelin, Breaking the Law. You know, it's like, well, you know. And I've got probably 600 cover songs on the channel. But, you know, I'll go and I'll learn a song because, you know, I don't remember playing this, or I don't remember how to play the song from 25 years ago. Shit. Or, you know, I did You're So Vain by Carly Simon. It's like, fuck, I've never played that song. Let's go find out how to play it. Then I'll write some notes down on it and do the video. And then the next day, I don't remember how to play it.
Rock Candy, man. I go back to Rock Candy. All the
Yeah.
time. I
Yeah.
love that song. It's fun to play. It's a fun one. That in the ocean, Zeppelin. I love playing that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of got a question for you. Before I really even met you, Q, I was directed basically from another YouTuber's site.
To not watch my channel.
No,
Go see if the dude's wearing pants, man.
almost the exact opposite. It's the part about when the community reached out to you. I didn't know you from that. Yeah. I was latched on to a few people, but I didn't know you yet. And then all of a sudden I was directed to this GoFundMe page. And that's how I found out about Q, right?
Yeah, Q kind of crashed and burned a little bit.
Yeah, it's like I didn't know you from Adam and stuff. I'll get $20. You know, I donated twice. You know what I mean?
Damn, you did.
Yeah.
You know, I deleted that. You know, you end the campaign or whatever.
On all about what all that was about, though. I mean, how it all got started and how that made you feel that people were reaching out to you and helping you out like that. This little community we got here.
No, I don't want to say anything about how it started or really. Almost didn't make it though. You know, just you know, I'm the type of guy. Nobody likes to really to ask for help. You know what I mean? Not at least I don't, because you know, admit that you're a failure or whatever. You know, but God, when I did, man, it's like everybody came running, and you know, Dave Reese made me the Gomer caster. Dude, I about fucking cried. I'm like, dude, I got an acrylic. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Lexicon.
It takes two hands to hold that fucker, doesn't it?
Not acrylic.
Oh, okay. Is it still heavy?
And what does it weigh, Ricky? About how much?
I don't know, 15.
Oh, we're graced with Ricky's
15?
presence. Holy shit. Dude, duck down here, man. Let us get a gander at you.
They want to see you. Sit down. Sit down in the chair.
Go Pete.
I'll put the headphones on them so you guys can talk with them.
But man, you know what people did for me, I was just fucking freaking out.
Scooch forward. These don't reach. Get a scooch.
It's a pretty good community we got going.
Oh my God, dude.
Everybody's really cool, man.
Hey.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, bro? It's nice meeting you, man.
What's up, Ricky?
Nice meeting you too.
How you doing, man?
About time, man.
Bunch of guitar geeks hanging out tonight.
Yeah, I was watching a show out there. Now I heard you
Oh,
talking
cool.
about the BC Rich acrylic, and yeah, they're heavy. But
Oh yeah. What's
yeah,
that?
this isn't the acrylic one. This is Lexon.
Okay.
What's
Yeah.
the weight on that? Do you know?
I think this is about 15 pounds.
That's still fucking heavy, man.
It might even be more, but
That's
think
still
that's-
heavy.
this
I think that's the
actually-
stuff they make hockey rink glass out of, isn't it?
It's, yeah, they make like windows out of it. Bulletproof
Yeah, like bulletproof
out of it.
windows. Yeah,
Yeah. But this is a USA model.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah. The acrylic ones, they
Or
had
the Imports.
Yeah, the acrylic ones were imports, and they had the acrylic headstock. This is all wood.
Mm.
And on the acrylic ones, I guess my friend had one. They would crack up here
Yeah.
because there's so much tension on the
Man, a buddy of mine owned a music store like late 70s, early 80s. He had all the real American BC Rich Mockingbirds and the bitches. I mean, the real.
So they can see you.
I always loved those guitars.
And you can
Yeah.
clean it with Windex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought I would show this to you.
Nice.
So you're
Thanks
more
for-
of a country. You're more of a country musician, I take.
Yeah, yeah.
Twang.
Right.
Well, thanks for playing
Twang.
show and tell, Ricky. That's cool.
No problem. No problem.
Nice to meet you finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come back when you guys aren't so busy, though. You know, you got your special guest here, so.
Right on.
And we'll be hanging out after this, man, if you want to get to know us a little bit better.
All right, sure, no problem. Here's Sandra.
That's a cool guitar, man.
And now
Yeah,
back to you.
fresh. It's like, yeah, that's fucking metal.
Okay.
That is total metal.
Thanks for the introduction, man. Appreciate it.
But also, I don't know if y'all knew. God damn, that's a big bottle. Why using the? Look at you getting all fancy using the fucking glass.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to class it up.
I managed music stores for like fucking 17 years, and you know, I taught guitar in music stores, and so I've been to like, you know, all the NAMM show in California a couple times, a shitload of summer shows, and I got to go to PV school, man. That's where you go down to Meridian, Mississippi. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
drive, man, from Kentucky. But like Meridian, Mississippi is,
Did you meet Hartley?
oh yeah, the whole town is like, and they have an old Charlie's, and then everything else is like a PV building. I'm telling you, the whole city is like, there's a PV factory, there's a PV factory. Of course, it's all in China now, but yeah, I got to meet Hartley and James Brown, who did the 5150.
Cool.
Got to meet him, and I actually got to play one of Eddie Van Halen's personal guitars. He sent it in for, I don't know, refret or something like that, but it wasn't anything special. I mean, I played it, and it was kind of like, it's a fucking Wolfgang. It didn't, you know.
Wow.
If it did, it would be a mug.
Yeah, PV World, that town, man. That what was it? The Undercover Boss, that TV show.
Oh yeah, you didn't like it too
Dude,
much.
that was bad. I bet you PV was saying, "Dude, we'll give you $3 million if you do not air that episode."
I think they actually tried to do that, bro.
Oh my god! And that one guy in there, they just fucked that guy. They told him, "We'll do this, and you keep your job." And that guy came on later and just said, "Yeah, they didn't do anything."
Wow.
Yeah. PV was with. Eddie was with PV. What was it after Ernie Ball, maybe? But you know, they did his guitars and the 5150, his amps.
Oh, sweet. What's your favorite tuning, Q?
Standard.
Standard.
Yeah, we tune standard. We didn't. I mean, we do whatever, you know, drop D if it called for it, or but just good old standard. I'm not into the drop K and Cookie Monster vocals and shit like that.
Oh, I got you, bro.
That's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, one guy always gets screwed on that show. I'm worried about PV, man. I understand they had to go to China. There's just no way you can compete, man. There's just no way.
They bought my friend's company,
Really? Who?
Buddha Amps.
I remember those. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff. Yep, they bought them a couple of years ago. Now Jeff is building. Oh shit! What's the name of the new company? He just does strictly custom builds for like famous people. He builds kind of like a Dumble, you know, like the $10,000 heads and stuff.
Right.
That's what he's doing now.
Yeah.
All boutique stuff, which is what Buddha started out to be. But yeah, Jeff Bober.
Anybody out there got any questions for Quentin here? About
Yeah,
ready to wrap this up here in a few
Yeah,
minutes.
we're at time. So yeah, a couple more questions.
Oh, somebody asked about my hand tattoos.
Okay.
They're just a Sharpie. I mean, they rub off when I do dishes, so I got to put them on there. That's
Stop lying.
where? That's my mom. BJB, Betty Jean Billy,
Okay.
and one of my brothers died.
Oh,
That's
I'm sorry.
Steven on the inside. And the thing is, I remember when I got this tattoo first, it's like I know he would have said, "Son, what the fuck's wrong with you?" Yeah. But if you look the exact positioning, when I would wear a watch, it would cover both of them up. So like the tats on my arms, if I like when I worked in the music store, we wear polo shirts, right? You know, but it would still cover up my tattoos because I was dealing with a lot of church people and PA installs and shit. They don't want to see your tats and your fucking nose ring, and I don't have a nose ring.
I
Nipple
do.
ring.
But you got, sometimes you got to play the Eddie Haskell thing when you're in business. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, exactly.
How are you doing today? And then when they walk out the door, you cheap fucker.
Are you gonna come to the bent overtime, the after party?
What's that?
It's the
Oh, after this?
Yeah,
the
just hang out
yes,
for-
the after
We'll
after.
hang out for an additional hour and stuff if people want to ask you more questions or
Yeah.
what.
I guess I'll hang for a little bit.
Cool.
Cool.
People, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this broadcast of Bent Metal Broadcast with special guest Quentin F. and James, Cool.
FN James.
Joe
co-host
Harvey.
Big G Tholander,
What's up, Joe?
Metalhead Hippie,
Oh,
a surprise appearance by Ricky Stars,
Yes.
and
Uh,
moi,
By the way, for Joe
Sandra.
Harvey,
The lovely
more metal,
Sandra.
dude. More metal.
More metal, Joe.
More metal.
Metal,
Thanks
Joe.
for tuning in,
Tony.
everybody.
Fruitcake Tony picks too, man. Check
Oh,
out
Fruitcake
Fruitcake
Tony,
Tony's
yes.
memorabilia, man.
I didn't
G
mean to do
playing
that.
us out, man. Who's playing us out? Quentin, G.
Oh, shit.
Uh,
Go ahead, Quentin. Play. Oh, you're not plugged in, are you?
wait, let me grab my acoustic.
Come on, we'll jam.
Get those thumbs up, people.
Yeah, man.
I ain't fucking playing Brown Eyed Girl though.
Oh, do you know that Van Morrison just got knighted?
Yes,
play
I saw that.
I'll play some Hootie
Yeah.
and the Blowfish for Hippie.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Quentin's World, party on, excellent. That's all you get, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't have. I don't have a whammy on my
Thank
acoustic.
everybody. I'd like to thank everybody in the chat for showing up. Thanks again, Quentin. You're the man. Hang in there, bro.
Oh,
We
by the
love
way,
you.
yes, I had pants on the whole time.
Pants.
Keep plucking, you fucker.
Go on, Griffin.
Peace out, people. Later on.
Bye, guys. Love to all.